Directly ahead, Texas declares war on California, trying to poach businesses from the Golden State. Fascinating situation. Unresolved problem segment tonight. With the economy shaky, some states are trying to poach business from other states. And the most intense battle is between Texas and California.
Building a business is tough, but I hear building a business in California is next to impossible. This is Texas Governor Rick Perry, and I have a message for California businesses. Come check out Texas. There are plenty of reasons Texas has been named the best state for doing business for 8 years running. Visit TexasWideOpenForBusiness.com and see why our low taxes, sensible regulations, and fair legal system are just the thing to get your business moving.
Now, that ad's running in most large California cities and, of course, is very controversial. Joining us now from Fort Worth, Texas, Brooke Rollins, president of the Texas Public Policy Foundation, which promotes free enterprise in that state. And from San Francisco, Joe Alioto-Vernese, Chief Legal Officer at Virtual Fan Network, a digital media company. All right, Joe, we begin with you. This is no, they're trying to poach business from your state, take them out, and they got the stats to back it up, Joe.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I think California created more jobs last year than Texas, Oregon, and West Virginia combined. But I do want to thank the governor for spending his $24,000 here in California. My personal opinion, it was probably would have been better spent with the Boys to Men campaign. But the reality is that, California is never going to compete with Texas on oil production and natural gas production, the same way Texas is not going to be able to compete with California, Northern California, with entrepreneurialism and our culture for innovation. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
it's
California,
in our
the
DNA.
largest state in the union, Texas, the second largest state in the union, but there's no doubt that the governor of Texas is trying to get people to move out of California. Now, Governor Brown responded with some kind of, not a vulgarism, but, nothing that was beneath him. I'm not going to repeat it. But there is bad blood, Ms. Rollins, and how do you see the thing?
Well, here's the thing, Bill. I have to say that when you compare the two states, there really is no reason why entrepreneurs would decide to stay in California. We've had more than 1,000 people a day moving to Texas over the last few years, and that's because California has 34% higher taxes, 33% bigger government. When you look at the cost of regulation, a small business owner is about $130,000 a year. Texas is the country's job engine, and it's been the case for many years now.
Okay, but
and what's really interesting
is it fair, though, for a governor of one state to go after business in another state? Because that will hurt California if people move out and jobs are lost. So is that the right thing to do, rather than just be a positive message, say, look, we have a great state here. We hope everybody in the country takes a look at us, rather than going into California and saying, you pinheads, you're idiots, we're smarter than you, come over here. That's the controversy.
Absolutely. And here's why, Bill. Here's the bottom line. The founding of this country was based on the laboratories of democracy, which were the states. And that was the brilliance of our founders. And they believed under the 10th Amendment that if the federal government, for example, ever grew too big or got out of control, that the states would stand up against that. So what you have is you have a state that focuses on limiting government, on cutting taxes, on providing incredible opportunity for everyone in Texas, not just the entrepreneurs, not just the wealthy, but our poorest as well.
Okay, but again, you can frame it in a different way rather than rating. All right, now, Joe, I mean, look, as I said, on paper, it is no contest. It really isn't. Texas doesn't have a state tax. They have no corporate tax. The taxes in your state are the highest in the union. Now, the weather in California is fabulous. You got the Pacific Ocean there. I mean, you have a lot of amenities, and that's why people want to live there. But, shouldn't California be trying to... The stats are there's a lot of people and businesses moving out of California. California is not a growth place anymore.
Well, actually, California has some of the best universities. We have well-capitalized companies here. All of our venture money is here. Our seed funding is being deployed locally, enabling companies, the creation of companies to decrease the... We're creating industries that never existed before here in California. And we have small and medium-sized companies that are becoming institutional grade in their
Joe,
technologies, and they're touching every vertical.
Me to tears, man.
I know,
the fact
but that's
of the matter
the reality
is, in 2011, last stats, 254 California companies moved out of the state. That was 26% more than 10. You guys got some economic problems there in business, and you're raising your taxes even further. I mean, Jerry Brown's running around.
Let me give it to you.
Jerry's going to come to your house, Joe, and he's going to take your furniture pretty soon. He's going to come right in and take your furniture. You know that. Come on, you're a rich guy.
Look, let me give it to you from a small businessman's perspective, right? The virtual fan network. If we want to do business with Yahoo, we go down a level in our building. If we want to do business with Oracle, we go up 3 levels. If we want to do business with Google, we go across the street. We have a regional advantage. And there's a lady by the name of Annalise Sexion who wrote a book about the failures of New England in trying to do exactly what Texas is doing. It's called Regional Advantage, and it's a good read for all politicians.
Okay.
I suggest
all right, look,
Texas
we believe in free competition, so Governor Perry, if he wants to do it, that's fine. As you pointed out, Joe, he spent some money in your state into the radio market.
We appreciate it.
There you go. All right, thanks very much, guys. Plenty more ahead as the Factor moves along.